Do you feel it? The weight of iron chains, forged not in the fiery depths of war, but in the cold, calculated halls of power. These are the chains of commerce, the chains of tariffs, and they have bound the Western world for centuries. Listen closely, for this is a tale of greed, ambition, and ruin, a tale where nations rose to glory and fell to their knees, all in the name of trade. It began in the shadows of the 16th century, the age of mercantilism. The kings and queens of Europe, drunk on wealth and conquest, declared, "Control the trade, control the world." And so the first tariffs were born, walls of taxation meant to cripple rivals and hoard riches. But these walls did not protect, no, they provoked. Wars erupted, the Anglo-Dutch Wars, the War of Spanish Succession. Blood spilled into the seas, all for the right to dictate who could trade what and with whom. And then came the 18th century. The British Empire, towering and unyielding, sought to tighten its grip. The Navigation Acts, they called them, tariffs designed to choke the colonies into submission. But the colonies would not be choked. No, they rebelled. "No taxation without representation," they cried, as they hurled tea into the Boston harbor. The American Revolution was not just a fight for freedom. It was a fight against the tyranny of trade. And yet, even as the United States emerged triumphant and free, the chains of tariffs remained. The Tariff of 1828, the Tariff of Abominations, nearly tore the young nation apart. South versus North, industry versus agriculture, the seeds of division were sown long before the Civil War. But the Western world did not learn. Oh no. The Industrial Revolution brought new technologies, new markets, and new ambitions. Nations turned inward, raising tariffs higher and higher to protect their industries. And then the Great Depression, the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930, a desperate act by desperate men. They thought to save their economy by shutting out the world. Instead, they unleashed a storm. Global trade collapsed, millions starved, and the world spiraled into the Second World War. The lesson was clear. Tariffs are not shields, they are swords, and when wielded recklessly, they cut down all in their path. But here we are in the 21st century. Have we learned? No. In 2018, President Donald Trump raised the sword of tariffs once more. America first, he proclaimed, as he imposed sweeping tariffs on steel, aluminum, and Chinese goods. He believed he could force the world to its knees. But the world did not kneel. China retaliated. Europe struck back. Even Canada, America's oldest ally, imposed counter-tariffs on American goods. Farmers cried out as soybean exports plummeted, factories shuttered as supply chains fractured, and the world teetered on the brink of a new trade war. And now, this very week, the echoes of those tariffs have returned. Canada once again has retaliated against new U.S. measures. A tit-for-tat escalation, higher duties on American agricultural goods, new restrictions on technology exports. The markets tremble, and the chains tighten. Do you see it? The pattern, the lesson? Tariffs do not bring prosperity. They bring pain. They do not bring peace. They bring conflict. And yet the Western world continues to wield them, blind to the destruction they leave in their wake. Beware the chains of commerce, for they do not bind your enemies, they bind you.